Today is May 27th, 2019, Memorial Day, and I'm not sure what temperature it is, but it's gotta be in the 70s. We've had like this unusual cool weather streak in May, and it's just been absolutely gorgeous. I'm wearing a tank top right now. I'm actually a little bit cold. And we're going for a walk. My ninja. Hey, so good morning. It's Gina, and it's been a while since I posted an update. So I was just showing you that we're on a walk right now. So I checked the weather, and it's 69 degrees out. I guess if I checked the weather, I maybe would have brought like a light sweater or something. But to be honest, it kind of feels good to have the coolness on my shoulders. And I love when the sky has these puffy little clouds. I love it. Doesn't get better than this here in Phoenix, that's for sure. So just a quick update. It has been about 5 weeks since I ended my 100-day cleanse, juice feasting. And but it's been, I would say, about maybe 3.5 weeks since I've actually been like eating solid foods, like eating, I guess, quasi normal. And I was just looking at so I weigh myself weekly, and I take photos of my scale and the numbers and stuff, because I participate in Diet Bet, which is a really cool kind of online, it's via like an app on your phone, and you participate in these challenges, either month-long challenges or 6-month challenges to lose weight and, you know, to increase your accountability and kind of keep you on the right track, keep you focused. So anyway, I digress. So I was looking at the photos of my weigh-ins, and I had been feeling a little bit discouraged this past week because I've gained kind of a few pounds. And but what I noticed is at the end of my 100-day juice feast, I think it was 226.8, and today I weighed in at 225, and so that just really kind of opened my eyes that I haven't gained anything. I'm really surprised. I think where the weight gain came in is as I was kind of transitioning back to solid foods, which took me almost 2 weeks. I got down to my lowest, which was at 219, and so that's kind of where the weight gain came into play. And honestly, I think it was just more than anything that I wasn't consuming enough calories, and that's why I dropped down to 219. So I'm not really worrying about it. But I will tell you that the last couple weeks have been very interesting because for 10 days I was in Los Angeles. I had to go for a training conference, and I was really nervous on what I was going to eat. I knew the conference, they were going to serve us lunch and stuff, and so there were buffets, and like you go through a buffet line, and of course they're going to have meat, you know, or chicken or seafood. And so what I just did is I just made a big salad and then ate any of the carbs that they had. So like one day they had like an Asian themed meal, and so I had the rice, and I think they had like it looked actually steamed. It tasted steamed because it wasn't heavy on the oil, thank God. So some steamed vegetables, probably like cabbage and carrots, broccoli, that type of thing. So that was perfect. And then another day they did, actually I can't remember, but I just remember having another salad, and they had this pasta with broccoli in it, and it was cooked, it said it was cooked in like vegetable broth. So I ate that, and Yeah, and I skipped the desserts at the tables. And I also practiced intermittent fasting. So yeah, I practice intermittent fasting, which one of my good friends, really loves intermittent fasting. And she does them, I think the more common one, although she's experimented with others, the 16 hours fast and 8-hour, I guess, eating window. And really, which means is you're just not eating breakfast in the morning and your first meal is lunchtime. And so I did that while I was traveling, and the only thing I would have in the morning was some hot tea. And I think too, with the heat of the tea, you know, it kind of satiates you, and it worked out so awesome. I was really, really happy about that because I didn't have to stress about what am I going to have for breakfast, and you know, so it really worked out really well. And during that week, I tried, because I was in Los Angeles, and isn't that like one of the vegan capitals of the world? I tried a couple of vegan restaurants, and they were so delicious. But there was definitely oil and salt, and but you know, I wanted to try, and I would say there may be a little bit more of the vegan fast food or vegan junk food. In fact, one of the restaurants is called Healthy Junk, and it's vegan food, and it was very delicious, but very filling and very a lot of oil, you know, and I could kind of feel it in my stomach, which didn't really make me feel so great. So, and then I stayed through the weekend. My parents joined me for my cousin's wedding, and so I was able to enjoy a weekend with my parents in LA, and we went to the beach. And at the wedding, all I had at the dinner was their potatoes, like roasted potatoes, and salad, of course, and green beans. And so I just had a generous helping of each of those three, and it was wonderful, and I felt completely satisfied. And I had a great time because I was dancing with my cousins, and they had a really great DJ. So all in all, so I came back from LA, and I weighed myself Tuesday, which would have been last Tuesday, and I actually lost almost a pound. It was 0.8. And so I was so thrilled about that because I was really nervous I was going to put on the weight while I was in LA. But I think the combination of the intermittent fasting, also hydrating, I drink a lot of water. I made sure I had my 32 ounces in the morning. Looking for my dog. Come on, Ninja. And trying to eat as healthy as possible, you know, avoiding the animal products. So, and then last week, so when I got back from LA, I had another crazy week because our department was having a team offsite, and so of course they were providing all the meals, and I had asked ahead of time if they were going to have any vegan options, and what they told me was there will be vegetarian options, which, as you know, has dairy and or eggs, but we didn't really have breakfast served on any of those days, or I didn't eat it. So I just did the best that I could, you know, and I didn't want to stress about it, and I had a great time. I also drank a little bit more alcohol in the last 2 weeks. My cousin's wedding and the team offsite, you know, we had a couple happy hours, and you know, I just kind of had fun and tried not to overdo it. Didn't drink as good of water this past week. What was the other thing I was going to mention? Oh, and then another cousin had graduated from high school, and so we had a couple events for her, and like on Saturdays, which was a couple days ago, we had a luncheon for her at a Mexican restaurant. Mexican people, Mexican. You can't avoid the cheese. You can't avoid the fat with refried beans. There weren't even any vegetarian options. Well, yes, there were, because there was rice and beans, of course, and tortilla chips. But anyway, so last week was off track, if I'm honest. I didn't exercise at all, didn't hydrate as well, and I'm feeling it. I do feel it. And so I weighed this morning, and the math. I gained, I think it was like 2.5 pounds. So yeah, today's a new day, and obviously it's Memorial Day, so I have the day off, and I'm going to the gym at 11, which I think is in about an hour, and going for a walk right now with my puppy, and a little out of breath, if you can tell. I think it's just walking him and doing this at the same time, trying to hold up this camera without walking it too much. It's not really working out that well. So yeah, getting back on track. I want to get to the gym this week and meal prep, have my lunches to take to work. So that's what it's all about, right? You plan and prepare. All right, I need to pay attention to where we're going because I've got lost in this neighborhood before, which is my neighborhood. Okay. And then a week from tomorrow, my mom and I are leaving for Seattle, and we're spending a couple days in Seattle. And now my dog is pooping. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have shown that. But we're leaving for Seattle, so we're going to spend a couple days there. And she's never been. I'm going to show her around. And then we're departing for Alaska. We're going on a cruise, so for 7 days. So again, I'm going to be gone for about 10 days, and I at least know with my mom and I can eat healthy, and we'll keep each other accountable, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot of walking on the ship. Neither of us have been on a cruise or to Alaska, so I'm so excited. I'm hoping that this cruise, that we'll both enjoy it and have a great time, because we're thinking about doing a family cruise maybe in a couple of years or a few years for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. So anyway, this video has turned into a super long one, but it's been a while since I've given you an update, and just want to let you know how I'm feeling, which overall I'm feeling fantastic. And it's a journey, and I realize that it's a daily exercise, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, to make the right choices and to take care of myself. And it's all out of self-love, all out of self-love. None of it is based on guilt or shame or wanting to please somebody or make somebody love me. So with that, it's a great feeling. So anyway, I'm going to sign out here and say wish you a happy Memorial Day, and thank you to our armed forces and those who paid the ultimate price. Especially the Marines, they have a special place in my heart. So I'm thinking and praying about them today. And now the sun is coming out a bit. And I wish you a beautiful day. I'll talk to you later.